up to 50%. Right now it's at 25%. This coming on the heels of the news today that we learned from Governor Andrew Cuomo that indoor dining will resume in New York State this Friday, which will be marked and capped at 25%. So at the moment, though, we are going to switch to some more coronavirus news at the moment. And the CDC says that while the vaccines continue to be distributed and cases of COVID-19 are on decline, they still have ways to go in the fight against the virus. We're being joined right now by Fox's Robert Sherman, who's live for us, I believe, in Orlando right now. Robert, thanks so much for being with us once again. What's the latest?
Good evening, Andrew. And mixed messages coming out of the White House COVID briefing today. On the one hand, good news. As you mentioned, cases of COVID-19 have been on the decline for several weeks. But on the other hand, the CDC emphasizing that they do not have control of this pandemic yet. The numbers as they stand right now, over 27 million cases of COVID-19 have been recorded in the United States since the pandemic began, and over 460,000 Americans have died. This is all coming off of the heels of the Super Bowl, in which millions of Americans tuned in, celebrated the big game. But health officials have been sounding the alarm over Super Bowl parties and other functions and in-person celebrations relating to the Super Bowl. And their main message is that at this point, there still just is no room for that. They need Americans to maintain their vigilance in order to stay safe.
We really need to keep all of the mitigation measures at play here if we're really going to get control of this pandemic.
And as vaccination efforts continue around the nation, South African health officials have halted use of the AstraZenaca vaccine after they found that it wasn't very effective against the variant of COVID-19 that they've been seeing in that region. Important to make a distinction here that the AstraZeneca vaccine has not been approved here in the United States. But meanwhile, Dr. Anthony Fauci says that it is quite possible that the variant of COVID-19, which first originated in the United Kingdom, will become the dominant form of COVID-19 here in the United States. And he says that if that does happen, widespread vaccinations will still be the best course of action going forward.
The efficacy of the currently utilized vaccines, the 2 mRNA, are quite effective against the 117 lineage. Get as many people vaccinated as quickly as we possibly can. That's the best defense against the evolution of variants.
And according to the CDC, over 40 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine have been administered around the United States, meaning more Americans have gotten, at the very least, the first shot of the COVID-19 vaccine than have actually contracted COVID-19. Andrew?
Robert, thanks so much for bringing us that story here on NewsNOW. We'll talk to you again.
Thank you so much.
All right, in the meantime, we are going to go to commercial break. We'll see you back here in 2 minutes on NewsNOW from Fox with a lot more stories coming up in these late evening hours here on NewsNOW. See you in a bit.